And strangely enough, the only plastic surgery that is more popular than breast augmentation is liposuction, and most of that is being done by men. Now, I want to emphasize that these are just examples. I'm not holding these out as being the biggest issues. They're just examples. And the reason that I do this, it's because I have this fear that we aren't feeling enough as a culture right now. There's this kind of anesthesia in America at the moment. We've lost our sense of outrage, our anger, and our grief about what's going on in our culture right now, what's going on in our country, the atrocities that are being committed in our names around the world. They've gone missing. These feelings have gone missing. Our cultural joy, our national joy is nowhere to be seen. And one of the causes of this, I think, is that as each of us attempts to build this new kind of worldview, this holoptical worldview, this holographic image that we're all trying to create in our mind of the interconnection of things, the environmental footprints 1,000 miles away of the things that we buy, or the social consequences 10,000 miles away of the daily decisions that we make as consumers. As we try to build this view and try to educate ourselves about the enormity of our culture, the information that we have to work with is these gigantic numbers. Things in numbers in the millions, in the hundreds of millions, in the billions, and now in the trillions. Bush's new budget is in the trillions. And these are numbers that our brain just doesn't have the ability to comprehend. We can't make meaning out of these enormous statistics. And so that's what I'm trying to do with my work, is to take these numbers, these statistics, from the raw language of data and to translate them into a more universal visual language that can be felt. Because my belief is, if we can feel these issues, if we can feel these things more deeply, then they'll matter to us more than they do now. And if we can find that, then we'll be able to find within each one of us what it is that we need to find to face the big question, which is, how do we change? That to me is the big question that we face as a people right now, is how do we change? How do we change as a culture? And how do we each individually take responsibility for the one piece of the solution that we are in charge of? And that is our own behavior. My belief is that you don't have to make yourself bad to look at these issues. I'm not pointing the finger at America in a blaming way. I'm simply saying this is who we are right now. And if there are things that we see that we don't like about our culture, then we have a choice. The degree of integrity that each of us can bring to the surface, to bring to this question, the depth of character that we can summon as we show up for the question of how do we change, it's already defining us as individuals and as a nation. And it will continue to do that on into the future. And it will profoundly affect the well-being, the quality of life of the billions of people who are going to inherit the results of our decisions. I'm not speaking abstractly about this. I'm speaking, this is who we are in this room, right now, in this moment. Thank you and good afternoon.